Yes, yes, people. Welcome to another edition of Agenda FC on Sarcasm City TV, hosted by myself, Flawless Mr. Take Note. My Don Carefree Lewis, my fellow co-host, can't make it today, but salute to Carefree Lewis each and every time. Make sure you subscribe to his channel and you will catch him on next week's Agenda FC. And also you'll catch him popping in on the Sarcasm City Sports Q&As. He will be dropping in, but big up to everyone who is supporting Sarcasm City TV. First and foremost, if you're watching via the Twitter and the Periscope right now, make sure you hit the retweet button and hit the like button. Make sure you hit the retweet button, hit the like button, follow me and follow the Sarcasm City TV Twitter. They're all tagged within the tweet. If you're watching on Twitch right now, we are new to Twitch. Make sure you follow us on Twitch and it's Sarcasm City TV. So make sure you follow us on there. Big up the Twitch gang because the followers are going up. And equally important as well, if you are watching via the YouTube, make sure, very, very important, make sure you hit that like button on the YouTube video. Make sure you share it across all the socials. So when you click that share button, you can share it to Twitter, you can share it to Facebook, Instagram, you can share it to WhatsApp status, a WhatsApp group, Snapchat, wherever else. Make sure you can do that. Make sure you share it and subscribe to the channel Sarcasm City TV. And when you subscribe, make sure you hit the notification bell as well. Make sure you do that. And I ran through that because I got to introduce the guest. You know what I'm saying? Like my OG, you get me? Just one of the OGs that spits knowledge, not just on football, but just in life. One of the best people out here in the YouTube space, like easily one of the best. Very opinionated. We've clashed before, but it's always all love. And he's perfect for this show. You know what I'm saying? Like he's perfect for this show, Agenda FC, because he has very strong opinions and can always back him. So welcoming Mr. Structure himself, the guy who says, let's not get giddy. You know what I'm saying? Like Nuruddin, what are you saying, man? You good?
It's love, brother. Thank you for the introduction, man. Love.
Yeah, man, 100%. You already know, man. I gotta give you the correct introduction as I told you beforehand in it. But you lot, if you don't know Nuruddin, I don't know where you've been in it. Because if you know of me, you should definitely know of Nuruddin because he helped me get to where I'm at currently. So you definitely should know. Nah, 100%, man. You, Aaron, and Saeed, you get what I'm saying? You lot were the first three to help put me on in it. So I never forget that and always appreciate that. But yeah, make sure you subscribe to his channel as well, United Real Therapies. You can see it right there in his name. But yeah, man, first and foremost, before we get into any football, what are you saying, Nuruddin? Are you blessing everything?
I'm good, bro. I'm good, man. Good. Blessing, innit? It's a blessing to wake up in the morning, brother. That's what you have to look at, innit? It's a blessing. It's a blessing to wake up in the morning, man. And that's what we got to go on, innit? Day by day. Hopefully the world is getting back to so-called normality.
Yes, let's hope so.
So that's what we hope. You know what I mean? But with this pandemic, you know what? We've had too many false starts. So yeah.
Let's hope so. And as you can see from the title, people, the agenda of today, and the reason why we call it Agenda FC is because I've noticed in the YouTube space, I say this to everyone who's new. As soon as you disagree with someone, sometimes it's like, oh, you have an agenda, you just can't disagree. So that's why we call it Agenda FC. And then we give a strong opinion on something. So whether it's myself or Lewis, or we get a special guest. And as you can see from the title, people, it is Wan Bissaka should be in the England squad. And this was me and Nuruddin when we was talking yesterday. And I was like, that'll be good for the show. So I let Nuruddin take it away and let him explain why he thinks Aaron Wan Bissaka should be in the England squad. And obviously people in the comments, if you agree, state why you agree. If you disagree, state why you disagree. But I let Nuruddin take it away because I already know he's got a lot to back it up with. I already know this. So yeah, go on, Nuruddin, take it away.
I'm here to argue the case for why I think that Wan Bissaka, the Don that is AWB, you know what I mean?
AWB, yeah.
My Don, my absolute Don should be in the start, not in the squad. I don't think he should be in the starting lineup in the first 11, but I think he should be in the squad. The reason why I think he should be in the squad because defensively on one-on-ones, he's the best defensive fullback in Europe, mate. Mm-hmm. In Europe, ain't nobody touching his stats anywhere, mate, on one-on-one defending. I also think he's improved slightly this season, even though it's been a weird season. We've been playing every three days. We've been playing. Yeah. You know what I mean? The season's been obviously stagnated season. I don't have to go into a pandemic football. You know what I mean? No fans. Yeah. I think he's done reasonably well. You can see the improvements. He scored his first goal for United. You can see the improvements in terms of the assists that he's got, or the moves, that the pass that leads on to somebody assisting somebody else. and he's also playing there all by himself. He's on the right-hand side of Man United. He's mainly by himself. When Greenwood plays there, he plays more of an inverted forward, and they just leave that place. You know what I mean? They leave it out to him. I think for England to win, England are going to come up against really top teams. England are going to come up against inverted wingers, kind of strikers, you know, who play out wide. And what better defender on one-on-ones where you are under the cosh? You look at, I think, the only person that comes close on one-on-ones maybe Reece James. And Reece James put a ball in that. So I'm not saying he should go instead of Reece James. I'm not saying he should go instead of Alexander Arnold. I'm not saying he should go instead of Walker. But I do think he's had a better season than Trippier. Me personally. I think, and that's not, I've watched Trippier and I've watched Atletico Madrid. This ultra defensive team, when you've got everybody sitting in front of you, helping you out, you ain't getting tested because the whole team is there protecting you, covering for you. I think, and I also think that him would have been with other coaches for England. I think he would have made him a better player. So I'm also talking as a Man United fan because I think they would get him to defend the inside because the way Man United have coached him is always to come in centre. I mean, that's why we get frustrated with him. I think it's a coaching thing. It's not that he leaves. People will come at me and go, oh, look, we concede goals because, you know what I mean? Because he's always vacating his position. No, that's a tactic thing, defensive setup coaching for Man United. That's what they do. They say to him, listen, forget about what's on the other side of you. Always come inside. Because what? Because we were always protecting and bubble wrap FC. The two
bubble wrap FC.
You know what I mean? Bubble wrap FC. We always are bubble wrap FC. Maguire and Lindelof. We're always looking to take care of him because he's got his pace. I think he's got fantastic recovery pace. I don't think anybody in one-on-one in that England squad has fullbacks. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that he should be playing. I think Wan Bissaka is a guy you can pick the games. You see who you're up against. You see what kind of attack are going to attack down that side. And also to shut up shop in terms of you've got tricky winger substitution being made. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I think most teams in the Euros are going to have 5 substitutions. Right? Every country is going to have 5 substitutions. So there is room to bring him on in certain games where they made they bought on a tricky inverted winger on that side and you want him locked down. Wan Bissaka is the guy to use. He is the perfect guy to use. So you know what? I'm just frustrated in the sense that people like, who was it? Ben White. I mean, he can get the squad up. You know what I mean? There's all these.
Yeah, I get the squad up. I will get the squad up as well.
Yeah, it's all these other men that are in the squad, and I'm like, this is like the 30-something. So this is even in this provisional. Yeah. Should have gone there just to experience what is it around. Maybe the England coaches to see him close up in training. You know what I mean? Yeah. See him in close up training. That's all. And then it would have been up to him to take his chance. Do you know what I mean? In training and to show
definitely. So here's the defenders that went. So here's the defenders that went: Trent, Ben Chilwell, Connor Cody, Ben Godfrey, Reece James, Harry Maguire, Tyrone Mings, Luke Shaw, John Stones, Kieran Trippier, Kyle Walker, Ben White. They're the defenders who went.
So, bro, I'm saying that obviously it took a lot more centre halves to have a look at. But to me, Trippier, man, I think one of the commenters might have been saying something before, but Trippier, man.
We're going to get to them in a minute. I'm just letting you finish building your case, and then we'll get to them. Yeah, definitely.
Trippier, man, for me, he's good at going forward, but you got Arnold there. Arnold's better than Trippier going forward, right? So if you look at it like this, right, in terms of pace and recovery, like pace, you've got Walker. Walker's got pace, and sometimes Walker might have to play if they alter the formation. Excuse me. If they alter the formation, they might be able to play Walker as a centre half, so play 3 at the back, right?
Yeah. I get what you're saying.
Yeah. Let's say something happens to Walker. Wan Bissaka can play as part of that 3. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. In games where England, tournament football, you know how it happens. You can be under the cosh just to freshen up a bit. And I'm not saying you should play every game because England have got to go on attack. That's what I'm hoping. That's what you're hoping, Flawless, and that's what a lot of the people in the comments are hoping, that England are going to go for it. You know what I mean? Because when we come against the top teams, right, we're going to have to need something different. And I think he offers. He's got attributes that deal with tricky.
Definitely, without question. That's without doubt. Like, I'm going to get to my thoughts on it, but you're right. But yeah, go on.
And you don't know what injuries are going to incur. You don't know that what things can happen in tournament. And it also is good for him to get experience as well. So, I mean, people, like I said, the biggest thing people will say, oh, he's not that good at forward. Well, you don't need, when you got other guys, you got Arnold, you got Reece James that putting balls in, you got Walker who can do that. I mean, Walker, people say to me, Walker's not even that good at attacking. He used to be. He's not that now. He's not that type of guy anymore. He's not the type of guy who's setting up goals anymore, bro. City keeping more of the central place where he is like joining with the midfield players. You know what I mean? That's what he does. But for me, Trippier, man, he shouldn't be there. And the crazy thing is that apparently Man United are linked with Trippier to be Wan Bissaka's backup. So how couldn't the backup get ahead of the guy in a last You're my backup. How come you get in front of me before the national team?
You got a point. You do have a point. Let's get to some of the comments from some of the people here. So MB saying, big up to MB, says Wan Bissaka should actually go play for Congo, where we'll actually get opportunity to play, because from the outside looking in, that clueless Wallet Southgate doesn't look like he'll pick him. He also says, yeah, big up to everyone saying big up to me as well. Sorry, I didn't get to the comments right at the start. Ryan, this ain't even a new trim. I just took my hair out. That's literally what it is. That's why I got the mini fro going on and that. But yeah, big up to you every time. Yeah, me, you'll catch Ryan on here on the Sarcasm City Sports Q&As. Big up to Dan Levitt. He says, yes, finally, Mr. Structure live on here. Big up you guys. Yeah, man, we need to make this happen more often still. It's just because we're done that we can do it anytime, innit? So that's why time just floats by. Yes, what you man saying, we're both blessed. JB saying, big up to Nuruddin too. Well, here we go. We'll get to it now. Sorry, I can't pronounce your name, my guy. Nibatari. I hope I didn't butcher that. But he says teams set press traps on Wan Bissaka because he's shocking on the ball. He isn't good on the ball. Like, I get that point. But then what you do is don't give him the ball. You just bypass him. Don't give him the ball. If you have a team that's pressing you, don't give him the ball if he's not press resistant. Like, that's how I look at it. And it's not like, yes, Trent, Reece James, Kieran Trippier, Kyle Walker are all better than Wan Bissaka on the ball. But I wouldn't say any of them are amazing in terms of beating a press. I don't look at any of those. I think I just named four of them, four fullbacks, and go, they're absolutely exceptional. All better than Wan Bissaka at being press resistant. Absolutely. All better on the ball than him. Yes. All better than going forward. But how I look at it is, Nuruddin touched on it. It's a squad game. So you pick, and it's tournament football, you pick when to play him. He might only play 20 minutes of a semi-final or 20 minutes of a quarter-final when you're being caused problems. Say, like, let's just use Mbappe, for example. You're playing against France, and Mbappe is causing you issues. And, all right, let me just play Wan Bissaka as the right-sided centre-back or the wing-back if they're playing a right free, just to help tighten it up. Or you might start a game where it's the group game and England only need a draw to get out of it. So we're kind of like, all right, because Gareth Southgate, the people talk about playing out from the back. Gareth Southgate is not going to play offensive football. He should, but I don't think he will. What's your thoughts on it? And on people saying he's not good on the ball, Nuruddin?
Well, this is the thing what I'm saying to you, but you have a look at who the people that who usually plays in our team. Who are the two people who collect the ball of him? Fred and McTominay.
Yeah, it's Fred and McTominay. Yeah.
Well, the options they give you look at certain players. Look at the Kante, they got Juninho at Chelsea.
Jorginho, yeah.
Walker's got, take your pick. He's got the whole midfielders looking to him. I don't think Walker's that great on the ball. I don't think Walker. I think the biggest misconception is that I think as a team, you know, when you're like, it's a coaching way, it's the way you've been coached. Man United as a whole are not good at press. Man United get pressed. That's what it's been because we're not coached. Right, for example, I'll give you an example, right? Wolverhampton are brilliant out of the press. They're one of the best. Those of you who know. And if you're not, please research it, right? You telling me that any of those defenders, their three centre-half, their fullbacks are better than Wan Bissaka? No, they're not. They're being coached. When you're being coached as a back four, how to beat a press, the more you're coached, the more you get comfortable at. Wan Bissaka is not, because people go, right, so what happens when he's up the pitch and he's going past people, right? Is it the people are trying to press him? Do you know what I mean? People are trying to press him. It's about who's around you, who gives you the angles, right? Majority of times, bro, majority of those teams that we talked about, you get what's called the triangle, yeah? You get the triangle. You got man on the ball, you got man giving an option maybe to his left, and man to move forward. That's how the team, that's the patterns that modern football is created to beat the press. You need to have 2 options or 4 options to be able to get out of the press. Maguire's good on the ball, but he looks terrible when we get pressed. Why is that? Because not everybody is coached the same way or in the same wavelength. So to single out one person, nah. And you're telling me Connor Cody, man, like the other players,
Ben White,
the other mans who played, Johnny, and all the other mans are better. No, they've all been coached, proper drilled and drilled and drilled and drilled into them how to beat, because it's about options. It's about what happens if somebody does this. How do we get out? Well, somebody does that. How do we beat that? That is not what is done at Man United, and we can clearly see that. But I've seen an improvement in him as attacking third. Because at times when we first bought him that first season, you're thinking, wow, what is, bare little videos online, you know what I mean? Bare man then on road just doing all sorts of madness, jumping around the ball. Everybody was like, that's Wan Bissaka there. You know what I mean? That's what everybody was running with. But I think the team, our back 4 and our goalkeeper are not all coached to beat the press. So to single him out,
it's a bit unfair.
Because he takes the midfielders to 2 playing the pivot or the one that plays in the pivot, and he takes the keeper, he takes the other 3 defenders as well. That's what you have to take into account. The back 5 as a 5. And then the midfield player who's going to play in that pivot. That is who gets you out. That is who gets you out of the press. It's not one person thinking, you're going to lose the ball. The best dribblers lose the ball. Do you know why? Because they try.
They try things.
Or make things happen. And I've seen Wan Bissaka, when he's off the pitch, 2 people try to gang up, but sometimes we leave him alone. He's the only outlet, because teams think just leave him because he's not that good on the ball. But at times I've seen him take people on, whip a ball back, and he's got more confident when people are around him. Bruno always goes out there, helps him. Rashford, he comes to Cavani sometimes. Greenwood, if he's playing on the same side. That's what happens. That is what happens. And I think it's unfair just to say he's not good enough. I've seen massive improvements. I've seen massive improvements in his game. And I think the positioning where the ball gets switched quickly, he's been told by the coaches and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, cover the centre. Don't forget about what's behind you. Always cover the centre. And that's why he rushes in. Because that's what he could be. Because you're telling me that everybody can see that. I mean, and the coaches are all blind when that happens. No, it's a tactic. You're told to go on, get into the middle. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about it. Because Man United, people forget as well, Flawless. Man United, inverted wingers, inverted attackers. We kind of cheat. Do you know why we cheat? We hardly ever, unless we're playing the top teams, you would hardly see if Greenwood is playing on that side, if Rashford is playing on that, for them to come and protect him. He's the most exposed guy. He's the most exposed guy, right?
Hella exposed.
Now and again, you see maybe Fred or McTominay going out there trying to help him, but he's hella exposed. So even with him, sometimes we leave him up the pitch because we're like, you know what? We need to go overload. That's what we do. We overload teams to get out wide, to be able to create. And times we get caught on the counter. That's football. That's what happened. But his recovery pace is second to none. I'm sorry to say it's second to none.
Well, no, I get what you're saying. We will get to some more of the comments. Big up Dan United every time. Make sure you subscribe to his channel. I need to get Dan on as well. That's another person I'm definitely going to be getting on during the summer months. You know what I'm saying? With all the football that's going on, definitely. So make sure you subscribe to Dan United. I missed some of the comments. Where we going? Naeem here says his issue is not his defending or crossing. It's when teams press really high. He does not have the technical ability to break the press. But yeah, we discussed this though. Like you can be helped out with that. And then in other sense, sometimes what's wrong with, I know it's a bit old fashioned, but what's wrong with going long every now and again? Let's just go direct sometimes. That's a way to beat the press. If your goalkeeper has the ball in the 6-yard box and they're pressing your fullbacks, your centre backs, one or two holding midfielders, that means they're spacing behind. If they have 5 players, 5 outfield players, all pressing you, that means they're spaced. Go direct. I say this all. Clip it to one of your wingers. You got Harry Kane up top. Go long if you really want to. Go on.
If you go direct, it's to go direct. Sometimes you think it's to go direct, right? But these teams that want to keep the ball in it, they think they can recycle the ball. They can create. They can open up because the way Man United, the patterns on and the tactics Man United play is to get the ball quickly forward. But we haven't got the midfielders to help out the inside. And
You're Norridin, you're breaking up a bit, you know. Do you want to jump out and jump back in? You're breaking up a bit. Your internet, you're breaking up.
So,
nah, no stress, man. Jump out and jump back in. Yeah, Norridin will be back. All Cycle says, big up the NBA watch along this morning. Yes, we have started NBA watch alongs. So you can catch them. There's a playlist for them on the channel. Also, a basketball show will be coming to the channel as well. Welcoming back Mr. Structure as well. There we go, fam. You back. Yeah. Go on, say what you were saying. Yeah, that's much better.
I'm saying is that it's the whole back five that needs to be coached properly on the press. I can't really judge him because he carries the ball all right when he goes forward. And he's not that horrendous on the ball. So how does he get crosses in? How does he get past people? How does he take shots?
Because he froze. Yeah, he's froze. Yeah, you're back. You kept freezing going. How does he get forward? You was just saying?
Madness.
Yeah. It's all right. We work through it, people, innit? Neil Ashton at the wheel and that. You know what I'm saying? And that. But go on, Norridin. Say what you were saying.
Yeah. So the only thing is to specifically target him specifically. To say that he's that, because I've seen him go up the pitch and do madness, bro. I've seen him. I know the biggest about it is that what makes it bad for him is that he looks awkward on the ball. But that doesn't mean that you're not decent on the ball. If you look awkward, man can look awkward, but that doesn't
be effective.
Exactly.
Yeah, and still be effective. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, JB says Norridin is so knowledgeable. Love listening to him. Can learn a lot. Yeah, man, definitely. 100%. 100%. As Paco,
it's an opinion.
Yeah, man. We're just here to give our opinions and give thoughts to it. Yeah, as Paco, like I was saying, I did take my hair out, so I'm gonna get it retwisted at some point.
Yo, that's cool, bro.
Yeah, man. Mini fro. Thank you. You get what I'm saying? And that it is, isn't it? You know what I'm saying? Love, fam. Appreciate it. Kind of devil saying Southgate is Ollie in a waistcoat. You man are harsh on that. You know what I'm saying? That. Big up to Dan United as well, because I seen him. I don't know if you've seen it on Twitter. This guy Megan, man, and that. Yeah, man, just dropping the shoulder. When we do that YouTube, what's it called? When we do the YouTube football and get it all sorted, I'm not playing against Dan. I've already told him, innit? He's bad in that. He told him like, nah, I'm not. You're bad. Yo, big up Dan Levin for the super chat. He says, love Cody, but this season he's been poor with a 4 at the back. But if he plays with a 3 and 5 at the back, he can put in them aggressive balls. Still be a surprise if he made the 26-man team. That was my biggest thing on it is when I looked at the provisional squad, what formation does Southgate have in mind? Because to me, whether it's a flat 4, whether it's a 4 or it's a back 3, Trent and Wan Bissaka both have to go. Trent's the best to me offensively. Wan Bissaka's the best defensively. Does Wan Bissaka have deficiencies in terms of crosses and being crosses going over his head at the back stick? Yes, he needs to be more aware. But that's why I would either play him if it's a back 3 as a wing back or even a right-sided centre back. Because as a right-sided centre back, not only does he have 2 centre backs inside of him, he has a wing back covering in and a holding midfielder. Or if he's playing as the wing back, then you've got 3 centre backs. You've got 3 centre backs in there and a holding midfielder as well. Does he have deficiencies? Yes, he does. But so does Reece James. Yeah, so does, and it's like, yeah, and I've seen Rio Ferdinand say this, like, in this country, we focus on players' weaknesses. Yes, Wan Bissaka has weaknesses, but let's talk about his strengths. If you ask every single top left winger who's in the Euros, who's the last fullback they want to play against, they're telling you Wan Bissaka. Nobody, the same way I just said I don't want to play against Dan because he's that good going forward with the ball. You don't want to see Wan Bissaka one-on-one. No chance you don't. So that's why you have him there. The thing is, people, it's a squad game. It's a squad of what, 26? I'm not saying, like Norridin said, he should start every single game, but he should be in the squad. You know what I'm saying? And you have to figure out that if you're playing a back 3, take him as one of the 6 centre backs if it's 2 for every position, or one of the 2 wing backs. Because to me, that's how you get the best out of him and Trent. Is play Wan Bissaka as a right-sided centre back and Trent as a wing back. And then when Trent goes forward, Aaron Wan Bissaka can move out, like Stroll said, and play as a normal right back anyway. To me, that's the best fit. Or you're going to say Kyle Walker and Reece James, but it's kind of like they still have issues in that. Because if Reece James is playing there, you're not getting Trent going forward. Kyle Walker is defensively not better than a Wan Bissaka. He's always giving away penalties. Stroll's always on his case about it. Like Stroll can't stand him. He's always talking about Kyle Walker giving away penalties. And if that's Wan Bissaka, we're having a whole different conversation. I'm just saying he should be in the squad. That's my thoughts on it. And yeah, how the likes of Connor, I don't think Connor Cody should get in either. When I'm hearing Tomori had a good season over in Italy.
Oh, what about Konsa? What about Konsa, the kid who plays for Villa? He's had a brilliant season. Mings didn't have that great season either. Mings was making bare mistakes. And he's always got, but the kid who plays next to him at Villa, he's had a fantastic season.
He's had a bad season.
He's quick, he's good recovery, he's good blocking. To me, everybody's sleeping on him. Trust me, Florida. I've been watching him. Every time I watch Villa, I've been watching him. And the thing about what he was saying about Wan Bissaka, bro, trust me, bro, that's about coaching issue. The fact that he leaves on his flank, he leaves people, it's a coaching issue, bro. It is, I'm telling you, because even because you know what? When you play goals that you can see with the coaches, you get sent here, you get the clips, the video team do the video analysis, right?
Yeah.
And they send it, and then the coaches go and work with that and go, this is how you defend. But they're like, nah, forget that, because they're like, majority of, I think they're working on percentages, right? So they're saying, just make sure you're between the posts.
Sorry to just cut you off 1 sec. Lewis, I've sent you the link to your Twitter DMs, fam. Don't worry about it. Jump on when you can. Go on, carry on. Just had to let Lewis know. Go on, carry on.
So basically, what they're saying is that you just defend make sure your body is between the two posts. In that space between the two posts, and forget about what's on either side of you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So yes, guys. Sorry I came so late.
That's cool. Welcoming my host, you get me, Lewis, and that to the show. You get me, AC Penitentiary Patroller, the finest export out of West London. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not hearing
what are you guys saying?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we blessed. We're just discussing Wan Bissaka in the England squad. But yeah, and Dan Levitt again, big up for the super chat. But yeah, go on, carry on, and I'll get Lewis's thoughts on the super chat as well when Nuruddin's finished.
It's a coaching issue. It's a coaching issue, bro. They've said to him, forget about what's on that side of you. Make sure you defend that inside, because at the end of the day, who plays next to him there? It's Lindelof, because Lindelof gets bullied. Gets bullied. So if we got a centre half there who's dominant centre half, the centre half said, listen, he's telling him, yo, Aaron, stay there, watch that fullback, because people are talking. People forget that in football, they've never played football, right? Competitive Sunday, League Saturday. That's the levels I played, right? When I used to play. You're constantly talking, and the back four, they all move together. You all move up. The centre half's constantly communicating with the right back. The left-sided centre half's always communicating with his left back. That's how it works. You move together. So that is the reason why. The only thing we say about him, it could be a lot more better on the ball. But in terms of defensively, like you said, you already laid it out, bro. You already did my job for me. You laid it out there that he is the best one-on-one defender in the world, mate. In the world, by none, mate. He's the best one-on-one defender by none. In terms of the ball being on the floor, you're giving. People forget that it wasn't just him and it was him as well against Paris. Both
against Paris and
both Neymar and Mbappe running at him.
Yeah, facts. That's what I'm saying in that, like 100%. And the thing is with that, is if England were gonna go there and play attacking football, I'd understand him being left out because we're not doing much defending. People act like Southgate's going to go there and play prime Barcelona football and be on the front foot, and the fullbacks are going to be in the opposition half 80% of the time in that. England are going to be defensive. We all know this. We don't want to see that, but we know England are going to be defensive. So if you're going to be defensive, why not take your best defensive fullback? And again, let me reiterate this, people. I'm not saying he should start ahead of a Trent or a Reece James or a Kyle Walker. What I'm saying is you make space for him in the squad because he's a specialist. Kind of like cricket, people. For people that have cricket, when you have your squad, you'll have your all-rounders, but then you might have you'll have your batsmen, your bowlers, but you might have over a 5-match test match period, you might have someone in the squad who's there to play in one of the test matches because he's a spin bowler and one of the pitches suits spin bowlers down to a T. And he's literally there for that one match. And that one match could win you the series. For those that understand, that watch cricket, will know what I'm talking about. But you're taking a specialist. Same way you have in football, set piece takers. You might have a set piece specialist who you bring on solely for the last 20 minutes when you're pressing. Because you know if you get a free kick in the right area, not only can he score from it, he could deliver a good corner or deliver a good free kick, depending on where it is on the pitch. And that's my point. You take him. You need specialists in the tournament. And in like Nuruddin also said, injuries happen too. But yeah, that's my thoughts on it. We'll go to you, Lewis. What's your thoughts? Because Nuruddin's explaining as to why he believes Aaron Wan Bissaka should be in the England squad.
I mean, with us, if we're playing 5 at the back, I would probably back Wan Bissaka there for more if you want a more defensive output than Reece James, because Reece James has kind of struggled since we transitioned to 5 at the back. But when we played him at right centre back, it's sticky because he can mark a player out the game excellently there, and his defensive performances haven't even been that bad. But with Reece James, it's more playing out at the back where it's the problem. Like his passing from the back is hella sloppy in the back three, and it's been caught out numerous times in my opinion. So if we're talking about Wan Bissaka, we already know him, quality defender. For me personally, I've always said Azpilicueta was the best 1v1 defender in the league, but I feel like now his legs have gone a bit more. Like Wan Bissaka's kind of closed the gap between them. And it's a sticky one because it really is one or the other for me. But it shows already how good Wan Bissaka has been defensively. We already know about the quality that he possesses in that point, because if everyone slanders him for anything, it's for his play going forward and his play on the ball when he's trying to progress the play as well. Wan Bissaka, if you're playing a back 5, yes, I agree with what you guys are saying as well, where we're going to be defensively minded regardless. So if we are going to be defensively minded, at least stick to defensively minded players because it suits the system more. So Wan Bissaka starting the England squad, I'd start him over Trent. So yeah, I fully agree with you on that.
I hear what you're saying. And to respond to Dan, obviously you're here, is super chat as well, where he's saying we were talking obviously about Connor Cody as well. What's your thoughts on the super chat? So he says, love Cody, but this season he's been poor with the 4 players with the back 4 at the back. But if he plays with a 3 at the 5 at the back, he can put them aggressive balls. Still surprised he made the 26-man team. What's your thoughts? I don't know how much you've seen of Connor Cody and your thoughts.
Maybe he's been brought in for leadership and experience, I guess. To be honest, I was surprised Wolves were even playing 4 at the back this season, because I usually know them as a 5 at the back team under Nuno. Yeah, but most defenders usually play better at 5 at the back unless their play on the ball is just that shocking, because you're required to be a lot better on the ball when you're playing 5 at the back formations. So I don't know, maybe it makes it more versatile if you're playing a back 4 compared to a back 5, but it is still the provisional England squad. You expect players to drop out there regardless. So even if you're surprised that he's in the 26-man squad, who's to say he makes the final squad anyway?
Yeah, no, I hear what you're saying. I hear that. We just had to get to that. Obviously, it's super chat people, so that's why we're talking about Connor Cody.
Big up yourself.
Yeah, big up Cods, man. Who says big up Flawless, aka Mr. Workrate. Big up to you. Abdallah says, people, make sure you like the stream, subscribe if you're new. Let's get the likes up for my damn Flawless and Nuruddin. Yeah, man, get them likes up, people. We are on 25 likes, so let's get them likes up. If you're watching on Twitch, make sure also you follow us on there, and YouTube as well. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Road to 3K. People are not having it with Southgate. Big up my guy Dan Silly, man. Says Mr. Take Note. Big up to Dan every single time. You can catch him on watching on too. Big up to him where we at. So kind of devil here is saying, yeah, I think we'll play a 5-2-3. Yeah, we'll go to you, Nuruddin, on that, because obviously that ties in to us talking about Wan Bissaka being in the squad. Do you see Southgate going with the back 3/5, or do you reckon he'll go with the flat back 4?
Yeah, I mean, there's not. You look at the centre halves. There's not outstanding. I think Connor Cody's going because he's good at team morale. He's the captain of his club, and I think that's why he's going, because he's a talker. He's the kind of, when you're in a tournament, you need characters like that, funny character. You know, Scousers, man. We all know about Scousers. We all know they got
Hammers in it. Hammers.
Humor, yeah. They got better. And to be fair, his passing range is quite good if you're going to play 5 at the back. And by the way, Wolves have been alternating. They've been some games this season they've gone 4 at the back. Some of the games they've gone 5 at the back. When they played mainly the big teams, they've gone 5 at the back. They've gone back to it. But they're more super comfortable playing with 5 at the back. I think England, there is not one dominant. The reason why teams play 5 at the back, right? One of the biggest reasons is because you either got fantastic football, like this, the central defender is kind of like Beckenbauer, right? Meaning that he can, like Rio Ferdinand, basically, can bring the ball out, super comfortable on the ball, and they can step into midfield, right? And then your midfielders then push on, the attackers then push on, right? That's one way. The other way, the defensive way, is that you haven't got 2 outstanding, and I mean outstanding in terms of complementing each other. So you haven't got 2 defenders, one that's really attack safe, that could be Maguire, and another fast, pacey. super fast, pacey centre half. England don't have that. They don't have that combination. The guy that they should have picked is the Villa kid. I told you, Conte. He is brilliant because he's got pace. He's got backs to pace. He's good in the air. He'll stick his. And I'm the one that everybody's sleeping on him. Everybody, the whole league sleeping on him. And every time I watch Villa, I watch him specifically. It's like my brain becomes. It's like I get player cam on him. Just watch how he's movement, how he's on the ball. But the reason why you don't do it is because you got deficiencies in centre-half positions. And by playing a 3, that means you give yourself a bit more insurance.
Yeah, I understand that.
A bit more insurance. And also, it helps if you can got wing-backs. If you're going to have, like, inverted attackers up the pitch, who then, from wingers, and then you're using the wing-backs as your full, you know what I mean, for them to deliver the ball, to put balls in. Yeah. And I think sometimes the wing-backs can move into midfield. It's more of a continental way of playing. I mean, the first ever guy to kind of play with this in England, really. I mean, during my era when I was watching football, when I was understanding what was happening in football, was Glenn Hoddle. Glenn Hoddle sometimes with Chelsea, Glenn Hoddle was using these tactics. And actually, Glenn Hoddle would have used it more for England. I'm sure he did it 1 or 2 times for England when he was, 98, that famous Beckham, that World Cup when we got knocked out by Argentina.
It was a great World Cup, those three. I enjoyed that World Cup. Great World Cup.
Yeah. And I think it would have been because it's more of a continental way of playing. It is more, I mean, we've got Lewis on here.
Say that again, Norridin. You broke up a little bit there. You broke up a little bit.
I mean, Lewis is the perfect guy. His team, when Conte came in to Chelsea, Conte was like, you know what? We're going to play like this. We're going to play with 5 at the back. And they went and won the league. You know what I mean? They won the league straight away. So it shows if you can get the system set up and you coach the players in the right way, it can work. And Gareth Southgate, to be fair to him, has used that under 23s when he went under 21. When he managed it under 21s. So he's already shown that at times at Villa, I think he played it as when he was a centre half. Because people don't forget, he used to be a centre half. I know that some of the young generation on this chat will be like, what? Yeah, Gareth Southgate was decent. He was all right centre half.
He was a decent.
Yeah, he was a decent centre half. So he understands more than anything. So I think England, for the players that they have, like he said, 5-2-3. That goes with it. That goes with it because I don't think they've got 2 outstanding on one-on-ones centre halves because also with pace as well. They don't have a really, really pacey. The only other guy is Ben White, but how good is he though? He's good on the ball, but how good is he? Has he been really found out? Has he been exposed? The most dominant guy for Brighton is Dunk. It's Lewis Dunk.
Yeah. No, I hear what you're saying. Yo, same to you, Lewis. What do you see Southgate going? Do you reckon it's more so he's going to go with the back 3/back 5? Or do you see him more with the 4? Or do you see him alternating and maybe a mix? Because obviously this ties into the Wan Bissaka topic that we are talking about.
I don't really see him changing things up like that because I don't really feel like he's that sort of flexible manager to do it. I think we'd still see the same back 5, the same way that we always have. And maybe depending on injuries, we could rotate to a back 4, but like that only depends on injuries. I feel like regardless, we're going to be defensively minded and try and focus on just trying to be good in the counter-attack, I guess, and on the transition. But that all depends on the players that we have playing and the teams that we're playing either. If we play low blocks, all this sitting deep is just going to mean that we have barely any creativity going forward. So it does depend on the sides that we face. But do I expect him to be flexible depending on the team that we face? I would have to see it first to believe it. Like, I wouldn't really go out there and say that I expect it from Southgate, because if we did, I feel like there'd be a lot more support for him too. Yeah. I think it'll be boring football regardless. I can't be asked for international football. I really can't. But we'll probably see a back 5.
You know, got your England shirt on, fam. You're not ready. You know, got your England shirt ready to support. You gotta be 3 Lions and that, yeah? Chris the Page and all that.
You think I even have one? Come on, man.
Lions on the shirt.
England and all that bollocks. You think I've had England shirts since 08?
England!
Yeah, I've never had England shirt.
I went to one England friendly. It was so boring. It was like watching paint dry. 1-0 win over Slovenia. Harry Kane, 90th minute. Talk about entertaining football.
Wow, you never know, man. They might be able to pick up the Euros. Is coming home, fam. You know what I'm saying? It's coming home.
I'll talk about something I hated. Here's my agenda. I've never hated a song more than "It's Coming Home." When everyone, the whole country, was just on this "It's Coming Home" wave because we beat Tunisia 2-1. It's like, do you not have any creativity? Do you know anything other than the same three words regurgitated in TV, in the pubs, or you going out? Any man walks up to you, "Hi mate, it's coming home."
Yeah, it's coming home, man. You weren't.
Can you tell me anything else? Fucking, I hated that song so much, man. Like, I can't lie. I remember we went 1-0 up against fucking who was it we faced in the semis? Croatia. The man was still chanting "It's coming home" at that point. So we ain't even in the final anymore. We got to 2-1. I can't lie. We got to 2-1. That's the only time I ever felt close to chanting "It's coming home." It was like, yeah, chant it now, you fucking wild lads, dickheads, all you lot. Because they were sitting there, there's a pair of man of no ball knowledge as well. Man is sitting there saying, "Why are you passing backwards?" It's like, well, it's because they're pressing us, you fucking idiot. It's the same people I expect it from anyway. I can't be arsed.
So Lewis has definitely not got 3 lines on the shirt.
Wow.
Nah, man, I'm watching it for fun and that's it.
Wow, that's all I'm saying. He definitely loves that song, doesn't he, Lewis? That's playing. Lewis has got that,
ringing in my ears, and that's it. It's not by choice,
sign, bro. You got that sign sealed. Trust me.
You gonna rip down that
sign? You gonna rip down? I'll send it back, bruv.
Yeah, you're gonna rip down that Chelsea, what's it called, flag behind you. Behind it's the England one with the 3 lines on the shirt underneath.
Only if you're ripping that United shirt down on Saturday for the mighty Chelsea.
This guy in it, you need to allow. Just because I want you lot to win, you don't have to rub it in. You know what I'm saying? I genuinely want you lot to win. You know
I'm not saying rub it in. It's just like, show your colours. Nothing.
United shirt ain't going nowhere. Cat the Devil here says 5 at the back can work with attacking managers, but Southgate useless. I say this all the time. People put too much stock in a defensive formation or an offensive formation. Any formation can be played attacking or defensive. I've seen back threes get played and it be an attacking formation. I've seen 4-4-2 get played. Everyone talks about a rainy night on Stoke. Tony Pulis' Stoke played 4-4-2. No one ever called them attacking, and they played 4-4-2 with 2 actual strikers and had 2 actual out-and-out wingers in Everton and Pennant. But no one ever turns around and says that, they play Burnley, our prime example. They're 4-4-2. They play Barnes and Wood as strike. Nobody, but that's an attacking formation, 4-4-2. That's a very attacking, but they don't play it in that fashion. So any system can be, it don't matter if it's 4-4-2, 4-3-3, 4-2-3-1, 3-5-2. Any formation can be attacking or defensive depending on the personnel and the attacking mentality. That's what I would say. Yeah, go on, Nuruddin.
No, 100%, like any of the formation. But for me, I have never known like so many technical players in my lifetime. I've not seen that many technical players for England, especially in that creative kind of thing. So when he goes, I mean, apparently Phillips got injured, didn't it? He dropped on his shoulder. Phillips.
Did Phillips get injured?
Okay. Yeah. He dropped on his shoulder and he was getting treatment towards the end of the game. I mean, he could recover. He could recover. But for me, Bellingham and Rice are the 2 midfielders for me because Bellingham can do. He's a natural number 8. He can attack. He can defend, and he's more better on the ball than Phillips, me personally. Well, it's about to see technical footballers, and the technical footballers in England have been gifted. I mean, everybody's talking about Grealish, but he's obviously got something wrong with his shins. This is mystery injury. I've never known like so much of a mystery injury to a player. It's surreal. He's missed half of that, and he must be rested. I mean, people are going to look at, he's not playing enough games. No, he must be rested. I remember, right, for example, I'll give people some, right? So war broke out in the former Yugoslavia. Yugoslavia used to be so many different countries. So it used to be Czech Republic, it used to be Slovakia, and a couple of other countries like, Bosnia, Serbia. All these were the former Yugoslavia. All of them used to just be one team, Yugoslavia. War broke out. Denmark didn't qualify. So they finished like the closest to qualify, but they just missed out. Those players were all sat on the beach, bro. The war took place. They all got invited to say, you know what? And some of them are like, nah. So there's a Michael Laudrup and Brian Laudrup. Check this out. I think it was Michael who said, yeah, I'll go and play. Brian was like, nah, give me another beer, mate. It's chilling on the beach. You know what I mean? Denmark go to that tournament, right? They go win it, bro.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, and was it Van Hooydonk that refused to play because he thought he would lose? Was Van Hooydonk?
It was Brian.
Was it Laudrup? Someone of the top players. Yeah, one of their top players.
Two brothers, and they were ballers, bro.
Yeah, I remember Brian and Michael Laudrup. Yeah, I'm old enough to remember them, man. Still.
Yeah. So they were ballers, and one of them sat out, and he missed out on the greatest achievement in the history of Danish football.
Yeah, that's
they won. You know what I mean? They won. The guy used to play, I think Jensen, his name. The guy who played for Arsenal, he scored the winner.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Schmeichel actually only ever made like two amazing. I think it was against Holland. He made
Lewis hating and that. The Great Dane.
Saves. He made amazing saves in the semi-final against Holland, I think, when he went to penalties. So yeah. So it can't happen.
Sorry. Who's the Great Dane?
Yeah.
Peter Schmeichel. You know what I'm saying?
I don't like him. He's
wrong. Andreas Christensen, but fair enough.
Yeah,
you know what? Listen, is he back for the final? I've noticed.
I hope so because I want Christensen at right centre back over James.
Yeah, what's the rumours?
I don't think there's any injuries. Like Mendy and Kante are both back in training. Christensen was already on the bench for the Villa game. It was just
okay.
James.
Because you know what? He has under this playing five at the back. I watch Chelsea. He drastically has improved. He is improved. And when he got injured, I was like, no, he can't, because you look tight with him. And James looks better out. And then, you know what I mean? Then Aspilicueta. So
it's techie because in the FA Cup final, Reece had Vardy in his pocket all match. But Reece James also cost us a game with a sloppy pass. And I've seen it too many times in the Leicester game after that, the Villa game too. I don't rate his passing out of the back. And if he plays right centre-back, I feel like that's what's going to cost us.
You know what? That's why you got to keep him away from central position because he hasn't got the experience yet. You know, the football you pick up in it, he hasn't got the experience to play in that position. But Christensen, for me, he was. There's another guy who used to. Was it? No, he wasn't Danish. Was he Danish? No, he was Norwegian. The guy who used to play, the tall striker that he used to back in the day, Scandinavian guy. I think he might have been Norwegian.
Tore Andre Flo.
Yeah, I think he's Norwegian. Yeah.
Wait. Tore Andre Flo. Yeah, he was Norwegian, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. But talking about to me, Schmeichel is a piece of. I don't actually, and he actually came out supporting the Glazers. Some United fans on here might not. He came out and he was on this Good Morning Britain supporting the Glazers, saying, "Oh, they think the Glazers can do this. Glazers can do that."
Yeah.
I remember watching a game. Right, I'll tell this story. I remember watching a game. United against Arsenal. It was a 50-50 between Ian Wright and Schmeichel. Ian Wright got in there and he racially abused him live on to his face.
Yeah, I remember that.
From that day, mate, me and Schmeichel, I've been to get autographs from all the other players, Schmeichel's walked past and I put my notepad back in and he tried to I'm like, nah. I said it, nah. I'm not having that. I was ignoring him. And he even tried to sign my autograph book for me. I'm like, nah.
Yeah, forget that.
Yeah,
forget that stuff. Just a quick one, because Daniel asked, no watch along flawless. No watch along for the final. I will not be doing a watch along for the final.
Oh shit, Ryan not doing one.
Nah, Ryan's not doing one. No. I'm trying to, what's it called? Watch that in peace, people. No spoilers.
Oh, yeah, I hear that with you. But I thought Jan or fucking Ryan or someone would be on it.
I thought they wanted those to get me because they were trying to press me about it. So I said, all right, then when he used to do it. And they're like, no, I don't know if I'm around, blah, blah, blah. Like, yeah, I'm trying to, you get what I'm saying? Watch the final in peace. No spoilers. No trolling in the comments when we go down, which probably will happen as well. And I'm not trying to hear that at all. The team has come out as well, so we will go into it because you like.
All right, Ryan, if you're here and you want to do it, shout me, innit?
You know what? I'll let him know. He was in the comments before. I'll let him know though. Still, United 11 to play Villarreal, De Gea, Shaw, Lindelof, Bailly, Wan Bissaka, Pogba, McTominay, Rashford, Bruno, Greenwood, Cavani. No McFred. No Maguire either. I'm surprised about that. I'm very surprised about that. That's more surprising than no McFred thing. I'm very surprised.
He had to go with that. He had to go because,
fair enough.
Because listen, they sit back, bro. They sometimes sit back. That's what they are. They're like, good evening is sometimes super defensive, bro, with Villarreal. He gets everybody behind it, and we need to get creativity from midfield. But I'm gutted that I don't know how, because I rate when Pogba, Pogba plays better with Fred than McTominay. Facts. Facts,
Right.
bro.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, he plays
100%.
better. And that I can only go by the semi-final against Sevilla. That was really good. That was the last time I seen Man United go and fully attack. We just couldn't put the ball at the back of the net. That's the only thing we couldn't put the ball at the back of the net. But yeah, that's a team out. Bro, listen, I need to go because I got a couple of people coming around.
Love.
It's been absolute love, bro.
Bless, bro.
Yes, brother. Love to you as well, bro.
Yo, before you go, Norridin, did you say you're doing a watch along? Yeah.
No, not watch along. No,
watch along. Oh, you just got people coming around to watch it. All right, I was gonna say because people were asking. So yeah.
Listen, I'm not on the watch along things, man. You know what? I start effing and blinding. They'll be, they'll be monetized.
Yeah.
I watch football like an old school man. You know what I mean? I'm a bit too crazy. Unless I've got the camera set up properly, like so they've got every angle. Then I can't just be sitting there, bro.
I'm with you, man. But yo, Norridin Love, make sure you lot subscribe to his channel. Also, let me remove it there. United Real Therapy. Make sure you subscribe to his channel. Follow him on Twitter at that guy Red Devil. You know what I mean? Like he says, for all your therapeutic needs. You know what I'm saying? United Real Therapy. Yeah, man. Love every time, Norridin. Catch up soon, yeah?
Love,
my guy. Every time. You already know. Really? Yeah, man. Anytime, man. Anytime. You already know.
It's love.
Love to Lambs in the comments here who says, for real, this is why John Terry is not my captain. I hear that and that. You know what I'm saying? As Paco, like you said.
I hear that.
Yeah. Let Norridin do a watch along for the channel. Obviously, he's just watching, he's just chilling. Yeah, Ryan saying, nah, bro, I can't do, I got exams in it. Fair enough. Fair enough. Big up to Lambs as well. Lambs Reacts. Make sure you subscribe to her channel and you can catch it on here fortnightly, Saturdays on the politics show. What's politicking you off with Norridin as well. Big up to Nick here. He says, big up, guys. He says, man said flawless, undid the plats. Yeah, man, I undid the plats, innit? I'm gonna get replatted, but man, I told just hear me, undo the plats, put conditioner in it. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yo, let me just rock the mini throw and see how it looks. Done, yeah, man, you gotta do what you gotta do, but I am gonna apply it up like very soon. I didn't realize my hair was this long. Just sub to Norridin, been looking for his channel for time. Yes, United Real Therapy is his channel. Big up Niz City, who says, yo's a love from London. Big up to you. So yeah, people are mentioning this, so we're going to this. Maddison not getting in the squad. Your thoughts on that, Lewis? We'll go there since we're talking England.
Hold on, I need to get the whole England line up.
Okay, I'll let you get the squad up. I've got it here, but I'll let you pull it up because it's like Jordan Henderson though. We need to have a discussion about him. Again, should he be in the squad? I understand that, but should he be starting? Absolutely not. Did you see that clip that's gone viral again on Twitter of his performance against Croatia in the semi-final?
Nah, what was it? Disaster class.
Oh, awful. Shows what telling me about leader this,
I love a
leader that, like leader this, leader that.
Right, so who's in this field? Bellingham, Henderson, Lingard, Mount, Calvin Phillips, Rice, Ward-Prowse. I haven't seen Bundesliga football like that, but has Bellingham's season been that good enough that he's in the squad? Or is he going to even have that amount of game time anyway?
You know, fam, if you playing in the Champions League for Dortmund at 17, you've got something about you. And he plays for them lot. He plays for Dortmund in the Bundesliga as well. Let me check his numbers and his appearances. 1 sec. But to me, if you're playing at 17 in the Champions League, you got something about it.
I know Maddison's form has heavy dip towards the end of the season. There's a thing about him going to the party as well. And with Leicester City's drop in form as well, you can directly say that Maddison, Chowdhury, and forgot who the third player was, but them going on that trip has kind of messed up their entire season as well. So I could see with that in mind, on a case of professionalism, him not taking him out there, because that can also create a problem in itself. But yeah, like there's a quality player in there regardless. But you take a look at the midfielders in that squad too. I feel like someone was going to eventually be disappointed.
Yeah, definitely, because the amount of attacking players. I just looked at Jude Bellingham's stats as well. He played 29 games in the Bundesliga this season.
Started 29?
I don't know if he started. 1 sec. Let me try and get that up. Lewis asking for in-depth stats like I'm Statman Baines, you know. Give me a sec.
No, that's the thing though. Starting up's different to
give me a
coming
sec.
off the bench a few times.
Welcome.
Yeah, who else? Is there anyone else that shouldn't be in there? All the attackers, they all seem to have a good enough case to be in the squad. Yeah, all those attackers have a reason to be in the squad, in my opinion. Defenders, like we already said, Ben White's a bit of a mad shout, to be fair.
That's a mad shout. Just on the Bellingham one, he started all but 2.
All but two. Okay, fair enough. Then he can
Yeah,
have
all
his
but
spot.
two. All but two. Yeah.
Connor Cody makes sense because at least he's captain there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Ben White's a bit of a madness, but we already know Southgate's going to be more defensively minded, so I'm not surprised.
Yeah, but Ben White, surely Tomori should have got him.
Yeah,
Surely.
he's been all right, but I'm not going to sit here and believe all that extra hype either because a month ago everyone was saying Tomori was washed and we made the right decision getting rid of him to AC Milan. He was getting done up there. Suddenly he pockets Cristiano Ronaldo one match and everyone's back on it.
But surely the thing is, I look at with him, I'm just looking at it from a pace perspective, like just recovery pace. Just to take him. He's quicker than all the players we've just mentioned. I just don't see that. I don't get the Ben White hype. I've seen more. I've not seen any of them often and week in, week out, but I've seen more from Tomori than I've seen from White, is what I'm saying. That's why I would take him.
Only in the space of 6 months. And AC Milan fans are in love with him right now, but they also wanted him shipped out a month ago. That's why I'm really not just listening to the flip-flops.
Okay, fair enough.
I have to see it for myself. And I know there's a quality defender there regardless, but him getting left out the Euros, I wouldn't necessarily lose sleep over it.
Yeah. I don't get the either. I don't get the Tyrone Mings either. I don't get him being in the squad. Don't get it.
Yeah, because he was meant to be the weaker out of the two centre-backs this season.
Yeah, I don't get it. If you're looking at it from... Yeah, all right, so you got Trent in there. That makes sense. Chilwell makes sense. Cody, Godfrey, Reece James, Maguire, Luke Shaw, John Stones all make sense. It's just the Ben White. What's he playing there? Because he took Trippier, he took Kyle Walker, and he's got Reece James. This is in the provisional, and Trent. So you've got 4 right backs. So to me, if you got 4 right backs, that means you're playing wing backs. You're playing wing back, so it's like Kyle Walker. Kyle Walker is one of the right-sided centre backs, but then you've got Trippier, Trent, and Reece James all for wing back spots. But then you said Reece James has played right centre back for you, so maybe he's looking at it like
the last 3 games. But I don't really back him at right centre back either, because his passing out the back ain't really all that. Defensively, he's solid, but still needs to be a bit more nurtured in that position for me.
And what's the squad getting narrowed down to? Because this is the only provision. This is only the provisional squad. Which due to name is 26, so it's 26. Okay, so
and it's meant to go down to what, 23?
Is it meant to go down to 23? It's saying here. Wait, one sec. Southgate, who was due to name his 26 players for the tournament today, will instead provide the final selection by the 1st of June. The UEFA deadline for squads.
So that's over 26.
Yeah, so that means he's going to name his 26, and it's currently is he named 33? So I think it's 7. My mouse is awful. Is that 7? I don't even know.
20.
Yeah, 7 players. Yeah. That's what YG Jez is saying. He's saying 7.
Yeah, it's 33 players in there right now.
So 7. All right, so let's go before we cut out who we think will get cut then looking at it. So if we look, so obviously goalkeepers, you got Henderson, Sam Johnson, Pickford, and Aaron Ramsdale. How's Pickford going? That's a question.
Yeah, that's a bit of a mad one still.
How is Pickford going?
Has he had a better season this season than last? Because last season everyone was just calling him Brexit Kappa.
Yeah. He is like Kepa, actually. He is the English
size and everything, can't reach the corners.
Yeah, and he's just not a good goalkeeper. He's not. How he's anywhere near the England squad, I don't know. Obviously, you got Henderson in there, Sam Johnson. Does Nick Pope get injured? I think Nick Pope did get injured. So, all right, let's say who we think's not going. Probably Ramsdale for Sheffield United. He'll probably won't go. So that's 1 down.
Ramsdale, Ben White.
You saying Ben White, yeah? So you don't reckon Ben White will go? One of these other defenders surely has got to miss out. One of the centre halves. Another one. Maybe.
No, but this defensively minded manager will probably get rid of a few of the forwards.
All right, so out of the midfielders, you got Bellingham, Henderson, Jesse Lingard, Mount, Calvin Phillips, Declan Rice, Ward-Prowse. Does Ward-Prowse miss out?
You missed a set piece specialist, but probably James Ward-Prowse drops out.
And then attackers, you got Dominic Calvert-Lewin, you got Foden, Grealish, Greenwood, Kane, Rashford, Sacco, Sancho, Sterling, Ollie Watkins. I think Ollie Watkins misses out. This is going to be tough. I don't know who to get rid of.
I don't even know if anyone in the attack goes.
What do you mean?
Like, I would get rid of another defender, but I feel like Southgate gets rid of an attacker, and I'm
All
not
right,
sure
let's.
who.
You know what? We'll run through ours then. We'll run through mine and yours, and you lot add in. Give us your
How many
7.
we getting rid of, by the way?
We gotta get rid of 7.
Players.
7 players. All right, so 7. Who we'd get rid of? I'm saying I'd get rid of Pickford, but that's just me in it. Cause I don't rate him. What are you saying? I'm gonna write this down so we can keep note. I'm saying Pickford I get rid of. That's one for me. And this isn't Southgate. This is what me and Lewis would get rid of.
I'd get rid of Ramsdale, to be fair.
Okay, then we'll go Ramsdale. Me, Pickford, but I'm not gonna argue you down to argue for Ramsdale's case in it. You know what I'm saying? And that. So all right, Ramsdale, cool. So out of the defenders, you've got Trent, Chilwell, Cody, Godfrey, Reece James, Maguire, Mings, Shaw, Stones, Trippier, Walker, Ben White. For me, I wouldn't take Ben White.
Yeah, for me, Ben White and Cody would go.
You take out Ben. No, Mings. I'd have Cody over Mings.
I feel like Mings at least gives you height, even if it's not really much else.
So you're saying Cody?
Yeah,
because I don't care like that. All right, we can drop Cody. We got 3 out. Okay, we got 4 more players to go. Is there another defender you take out, or you?
No, that's it.
Cody. All right, midfielders. Well, they've got it. They've got Bellingham, Henderson, Lingard, Mount, Phillips, Rice, Ward-Prowse. You saying Ward-Prowse?
Yeah.
All right, Ward-Prowse. That's 4. So we still got 3 more to go. And forwards, they put it as Dominic Calvert-Lewandowski, Foden, Grealish, Greenwood, Kane, Rashford, Saka, Sancho, Sterling, Watkins. Then we can say Watkins.
Watkins and it's sticky after you take him out.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. Who doesn't go? Who doesn't go? I think we need I don't know if we can pick a team because this is tough because we've only got 5. So out of this, what's our teams? Who's going in goal? We going Henderson. We going Pickford for goal.
Henderson, Pickford, and Sam Johnston.
Yeah. So who would you start? Is what I'm asking.
Oh, it would have to be fucking. Have to be Henderson for me.
Yeah, I'm saying Henderson.
Yeah, Henderson.
I'm even sold on him. All right, let's say it's a back 3. We're going Maguire, Stones, and who's the third one? Who's the third centre back? This is the starting 11.
Maguire, Stones, Walker.
Right. Maguire, Stones, Walker. Cool. Wing backs. You saying James? I'm guessing and Shaw. I'm guessing you going James.
Yeah,
and
James and Shaw.
James and Shaw.
Midfield. Midfield 3. No, I'd go midfield 2.
Would you go Rice and what? Rice and Bellingham? I'd go Rice and Bellingham.
Yes. Yeah, I'd do that.
Rice and Bellingham, and then, how many have we got left? Then we got 3 players left.
Yeah, up front I'd do Grealish, Mount, and Kane.
No Sancho. I'm going Grealish, Sancho, and Kane.
No, this is me as well, and I also don't think Southgate benches Mount either.
Oh yeah.
You go Mount in the pivot maybe, but I don't really back Mount in the pivot like that. Anyway.
That's why I go Bellingham, Rice, and then I go.
That's why this 5 in the back
Sancho,
formation
Kane.
just stinks with this squad.
Oh, you prefer the 4? Would you prefer?
I prefer the 4, but we ain't gonna play.
Yeah. No, I hear that. If you would go with, I prefer the 3 to be honest. I like that team we've just picked. To be honest, I do like that team. It's a nice balance. So who doesn't go? There's Trippier. I'm taking out Trippier as well. With Trent, Reece James, you got enough right back, and Kyle Walker, you got enough. What's it called there? Right backs. I'm taking out Trippier. I am fan of him.
Trippier's been great for them this season.
I keep hearing him still.
If I'd take another one, probably Godfrey. If I'd take someone else out from defense,
would you Godfrey over Mings?
Nah, Mings. I keep forgetting about Mings at this point. Yeah, we'll take Mings out.
Yeah, all right. We narrowing it down. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got 1 more. So we've taken out Ramsdale. We've taken out White. We've taken out Mings, Cody, Ward-Prowse, Watkins. We took out 3 centre backs. Who's even left centre backs? We've got Maguire. We got only Maguire and Stones as central defenders, and then Kyle Walker as well. We might have to put one of them man back in, fam. Oh, now we got Godfrey in there as well, and Godfrey. We're all right. Then we're good. We're good.
Yeah, we're
centre halves. We're good. But you've got Godfrey in there. You've got Harry Maguire, and you've got John Stones as well. One more player to take out. It's tough.
Mm.
Do you take out? Can you drop Jay Lings? I don't know if you can drop Jay Lings. You know?
Nah, not on his form.
Nah. And then you can't drop.
You
Foden.
need 2 DMs, so it'd be Phillips and Henderson. Mount won't get dropped. Rice won't get dropped.
Yeah,
oh no, we've got Rice too. Yeah, I'll take Calvin Phillips out.
Who'd you think? I was gonna say Henderson. I ain't gonna lie.
No, I think Henderson will keep his spot in there regardless, but we've got 2 DMs, so we could get Calvin Phillips out.
All right, so you saying Phillips, yeah?
Yeah.
All right, so we've taken out Ramsdale, White, Mings, Cody, Kevin Phillips, Ward-Prowse, Watkins. Let us know your thoughts on that, people. That was tough still.
That's going to be a lot of disappointed people.
Yeah, 7 facts. 100%. 100%. But yeah, I think we're going to close out the show, people. You got any further agendas or anything you want to get off your chest, Lewis?
Just win on Saturday. Hope next time I'm back here with Champions League winners.
You know what? Before we go, let's talk on that. Give us your thoughts on that. Obviously, I give my thoughts on the final today. United being in the Europa League final against Villarreal. But Lewis, you give us your thoughts on Saturday, Champions League final, Chelsea versus City. How you feeling? Are you confident? Are you absolutely quaking in your boots? Are you just air on it? What team do you want to see? Who do you see standing out? Why do you lose? Why do you win? Everything. Give us full, in-depth, your full thoughts on it.
If we're clinical, which God help us, then we win. If we're not clinical, God help us. That's the way I see it. Defensively, we'll both be solid, but we'll both make chances. If they take their chances, it is what it is. If they don't take their chances, we better take our chances. But it's a very even match. I'm excited. I just got to wait for my PCR test to actually go through. And yeah, hopefully I end up in Porto on Saturday. Please, I already bummed 350 quid on this shit. I'll fucking win.
Let's hope so, man. I'm hoping for your sake as well that you do win. Obviously, for my sake, that Chelsea win also. Like, we're all hoping on that, and it's very close. What team do you want to see? Give us your ideal lineup. What would you like? How would you like to see you lot line up against City?
Mendy, Silva, Christensen, Rudiger, Azpilicueta and Chilwell on the wings, Jorginho, Kante in midfield, Werner, Havertz and Mount up front.
You did that quick, fam.
Yeah, I've already had that in my mind from time.
Quick, run through that again. You ran through that so quick. Run through that again.
Christensen, Silva, Rudiger, Azpilicueta, Chilwell, Jorginho, Kante, Werner, Havertz, Mason Mount.
Run through that quick. Fair enough.
That'll be the lineup for me.
We'll see. And yes, to everybody who's obviously United are playing Villarreal, kicks off in 40 minutes, and the United lineup is De Gea in goal, Wan Bissaka, Shaw fullbacks, Lindelof and Bailly, it's McTominay and Pogba playing as the sixes, Bruno, Greenwood, Rashford, Cavani. Happy with the team? Yeah, pretty much so. Lindelof, I don't like. Goalkeeper makes sense. I get that. Lindelof, people who have listened to me know I'm not a fan of him. Fullbacks pick themselves. Do I like Pogba in the six? No, but is Pogba in the six better than Fred and McTominay? Yes, but I don't like the fact, one, he's playing as a six and he's playing next to McTominay. Why not just play Donny in the six next to Fred, and then you could have played Pogba wide left and then Greenwood wide right and then brought Rashford off the bench, but only for you in it. Well, at least Pogba's on the pitch and we ain't playing two out-and-out DMs. Bruno in the 10 makes sense. Rashford, Greenwood from each side makes sense, as does Cavani. I'm just worried about our creativity because we know Greenwood and Rashford ain't the most creative in terms of threading through balls and things of that nature. They both looking to cut in and shoot. So it's like, what service is Cavani really going to get? Bruno's kind of the same. So I'm hoping so. I'm hoping to see
fucking Unai Emery's mindset for this final. How defensive does he go, or how long does he actually keep the team attacking for? Because Arsenal, we was hella disappointing in that one.
Oh yeah, I think he's gonna do that again. He's gonna be hella disappointing. 100%. 100%. Like I don't see, and when I say disappointing in terms of what you're talking about, I don't see him attacking us because that's the worst thing. The way to beat us is the way they play: sit back, defensive, low block, catches on the break, or from a set piece, or wait for an individual error or something like that. He's not gonna go. If you play a high line against us and play on the front foot, we'll smoke you on the counter attack. In a counter attack, our transition too good with Greenwood, Rashford, too good. You know what I'm saying? I'd Pogba in the mix as well. Yeah, too much going the other way. Raphael G says Rashford always getting shoehorned into the starting 11. You shouldn't be in it, but the thing is, the issue is with it. I would, if he played Pogba, if it was 4-3-3, nobody has a problem with it. The issue is the 4-2-3-1. If he just played McTominay alone and played Pogba and Bruno as 8, nobody would have an issue with it. But because he's going to play Pogba and McTominay as 6s and Bruno in the 10, that's why people have issues. But we'll see. Great question from Kaleko.
Yeah, I need
what
to
do you guys
stream
think
on
about
that tomorrow.
Conte leaving in? Give us, make sure you lot subscribe to Carefree Lewis first and foremost. Secondly, give us your brief thoughts on it then.
Basically means that Lukaku is definitely going to be leaving. So if Chelsea have any balls, they need to be all over that shit because Lukaku would definitely want to come back, and that solves our goal scoring problems just like that. Okay. Easy. But yeah, I'm definitely running a stream on that tomorrow. I would have done one today if it weren't for all the stuff I had to do today, the PCR tests and everything.
Yeah, man, no stress. Anything you want to add before we bounce to Lewis? And big up everyone who's locked. Before I even get to Lewis, make sure whether you're watching this live right now or you're watching this back, hit the like button on the video. Let's get them likes up. We are on 45 likes, so get them likes up to 50. Make sure you share it across all the socials and subscribe to the Sarcasm City TV YouTube channel. And when you subscribe, make sure you hit the notification bell. We go live every day, people. There's a past live stream section so you can see all the past lives, and there's also an upcoming live stream section to keep you up to date. We literally go live every single day. But yeah, Lewis, anything you want to add before we dip?
Hopefully we see you in the Super Cup final, innit?
Let's hope so. Let's hope so. That's the plan. Let's hope that actually happens and hopefully you get over there all safe and sound and you get to enjoy. You get me? You get to enjoy the win. You know what I'm saying in that, and enjoy rubbing it in Manchester City's face. Let's hope so. David Fisher here says flawless. When will they hand Ollie? Will they hand Ollie the new contract if we lose tonight? I think people. I've said this before. I think people put too much stock into the new contract because we've sacked managers who've had years left on their contract. So I don't think it has any bearing on it, or it doesn't have much bearing on it, to be honest. I'm hoping he don't sign a new deal because I want his deal runs out 2022. So if it runs out 2022 and we start next season and he's not signed it, that means there's a strong possibility he's not getting renewed. He goes and we get a new manager in, and then we cook him. We're not that far away. So yeah, like I want him gone even if we win tonight, but it's not about that tonight. You know what I'm saying? I just want us to win. But this doesn't change my opinion on the man because it's a Europa League final. We should not be in the Europa League. Bear in mind, 2 of our rivals are in the Champions League final. That tells you all you need to know. 2 of our rivals are in the Champions League final, people. And we're here talking Europa League stuff. And we was in that competition. But that's not what it's about, innit? But I'm just hoping we win. Because I need a celebration on the Q&A tonight and a celebration on Mandem United as well tomorrow. So that's why. As Papa says, Luke,
send us over the link.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I'll send you the link 100%. Lewis, when will you travel for the final?
6:30 on Saturday.
There you go. Yeah, man, big man. I look forward to the vlog still. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, man, you're going to have to sleep in the fucking airport.
I look forward to the... Hey,
Dread.
If you want to stream... Let me know in it. We'll do it. We'll keep you company, fam. You know what I'm saying? If you've got good Wi-Fi.
I probably would back it, you know.
Hey, just let me know. Yeah. We'll pattern something about the time and everything and just get you on just to keep you company in it. Whether we do a special, like, I don't know, we'll do a special preview on it or something like that. Whatever you want to do on your channel or mine, cool. We'll pattern something. No problem with that.
Yeah, I'll back it. I hope the Gatwick Wi-Fi is good, but it should be.
Yeah, man, it's Gatwick. They've had time to pattern it anyway. You know what I'm saying? So they better have sorted it out. But love to everyone who was locked. We hope you've enjoyed Agenda FC. Salute to Nuruddin for coming on as a special guest. Make sure you subscribe to United Real Therapy. Also, make sure if you're watching on Twitch, follow us on Twitch. The link is underneath in the description for Twitch. We're also available on audio-only platforms, so you can listen while you're driving, cooking, working, whatever. SoundCloud, Spotify, iTunes, wherever you listen to podcasts, people, just type in Sarcasm City TV, it will pop up. Zane says, see that how kind Flawless is, man has a heart of gold. I know you trolling, but it's facts I do. You know what I'm saying? And that I'm always getting a bad rep for being shameless and being petty and insincere and having a vicious laugh and all this type of stuff. But see what I just did there, you know what I'm saying? And that. I just walked in to see Flawless with no hat. Yeah, man, the man took their hair out, you know what I'm saying? And that. So we move out here. Dan Levitt says Europa League time. Hope it's an offensive game with that United lineup. Let's hope so. Everybody, make sure you enjoy the final. There won't be a watch along on the channel, but you'll probably catch me on Rants Red Talk after the game, and then there'll be a Q&A tonight at 1 a.m. Regardless of the result, I'll be there in it. Lewis will be there. Hopefully, Yancey will be there. I know Ryan's not about, but love to everyone who's locked. This has been Agenda. We'll be back next Wednesday with the show, and this has been Agenda FC on Sarcasm City TV.